Season 2, Season Finale, Episode 12. Immortal IPA, another Elysian brand, with our special guest, Mugzy from Australia, and your hosts, as always, Max and Derek. And we're here trying Elysian Immortal IPA, so let's go ahead and give this bad boy a try.
Shoot this cat. Oh no, what a crap.
Clink, clink. It's out of Seattle.
Damn.
Yeah, it's actually pretty smooth.
They're always good.
Elysian, I haven't had a bad Elysian yet.
Me either.
So, and maybe it's biased because we're in the same state.
Right?
Super good. It's 6.3. If I had to rate it, I'd definitely give this one around an 8. It does have a sour kind of end part, but it's not a bad taste. It doesn't make your jaw cringe.
Right.
And it goes down pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So yeah, Elysian Immortal, and like I said before, we're here with Mugzy to just kind of talk to him. Nothing in particular, but just mainly about his life story. And like I said, he's from Australia, so we got a lot of questions. We knew you as a rapper. How did that all start?
Rapper, actor, and respawn of Hugh Jackman, I guess. Nah, man, yeah, I'm 28, and I started doing hip-hop music, man, roughly around the age of 14, and that was kind of like the early 2000s, 90s era, man, of hip-hop, and I just remember, like, you know, BET, VH1, MTV, or like all that great sort of just promoting dudes like, you know, Eminem, Nas, like Tupac Shakur, all of that, and man, I just wanted to give it a shot. Like, I think in a sense, man, when 8 Mile dropped, every white boy from the suburbs really was like on that wigger shit. But man, I just really wanted to kind of just at the time I was, you know, going through the whole adolescence years of what a teenager does with, you know, going with the wrong crowds, and, you know, like, yeah, like the whole mental crap, man, and I just use hip hop as a way of an expression, man, and you know, so I guess in a sense from 14 till now, I didn't really take it for granted, man. I really wanted to like learn where it came from and just like, you know, really give it this art form my true passion and stuff, instead of just treating it like a phase, man. And yeah, it's been one hell of a journey so far, I guess, you know, with Australia and knowing in the States, and like whoever wants to play me, man, is a good thing, I guess, you know. So yeah, it's hard, man. Like sometimes I hate talking about myself, man, because it feels like I'm boosting myself up, and I'm such a laid back guy that it's like, yo, say something about yourself, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm hip hop, you know. Yeah, man.
That's a good trait, though. Say I'd rather be modest than be like, oh yeah, I'm the biggest rapper in Australia.
Oh, dude, man, I can't stand guys like that. Like, especially all these new kids, man, that are coming up in the game, like where they're like, yo, you know, like I'm the biggest guy going, and like, you know, fuck like the old school and all that, and I'm just like, it's funny, man. If like those kids go to a Drake concert, if they went to a Wu-Tang Clan concert, they'll probably get like their head stomped in, man. Like that's the funny thing about it, man. It's like, yo, like I rap hip hop, man, to the fullest and stuff, and it's like,
if it weren't for these other people,
your whole playlist is like Post Malone and shit. What are you talking about? You know?
Right? If it weren't for the originals, like you guys wouldn't even have a platform.
Who paved the way?
You wouldn't even have a platform to go off of. Like,
yeah,
that's the way I.
Yeah, like.
That's the way.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I can understand. Like, it's such a universal culture, and we have like different elements of the music that come out of it. But the sad thing about it, man, is like I know dudes in garage bands, and they love the greats, like, you know, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, all that, and they want to be like those guys someday. But when it comes to hip hop, it's like, yo, like check out Rakim or check out Wu-Tang Clan, and it's like, no, you guys are old. Like, you know, we're doing this now, and it's like, yeah, but you tattooing your face up, man, and like, fucking, you know, this whole, like, man, I don't know, like I've tried to give it a shot before, and when I listen to it, I feel like I gotta go back to like college or something. And my IQ is lowest when I listen to that shit. You know? So it's just it's garbage, man. Straight garbage.
It's all it's all
man.
John music from back in the day, where it's like, oh, this is club music. Like, you don't really listen to it. It just plays in the background when you get trash and try and get pussy.
Yeah. It's funny, man, because like sometimes when I go down to these, and there goes my camera for some weird reason on my back. I'll try to get it back on. Get it back on. But yeah, man, when I go down to like these acting gigs, sometimes they're always like, like who are you listening to and stuff? Are you listening to the new Kendrick Lamar album or something like this? And I'm like, no, I've got Rolling Stones playing on my iPod right now. So, yeah,
kicking it old school.
Very, man, very. And what the fuck? Why? Sorry about that, guys.
It throws on a really still picture of you, so at least we got a good snap of you.
Cool, man. Sorry for all the viewers. Like, I'm just going black as Morpheus right here.
I took the red pill.
I don't even know how to get that fixed, man. Are we still rolling, man?
Yeah,
we're still going. Like I said, it got a really good picture of you. So.
Cool. Yeah, so man, like I said, I'm pretty chilled out. So like, ask away or whatever you want to ask me, man. I think off air we're talking about Jordan Peterson, so I was just like, sparked my interest right there.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah,
Makes a lot of
so
sense.
do I, man. Like that video he's done. What is it? Life is Suffering, I think it is, or something. Or that was one of them. Or The Curse of Creativity. Like, they're my two favorite videos, man. Like, because it's just like, fuck, like, wake up and get yourself in order kind of thing. And it's just, I love that he doesn't sugarcoat anything, man. He's just straight to the point. Because, man, I've watched Tony Robbins before, and I'm just like, man, this guy is so. He's not with reality, honestly. Like, he's just like a fucking dumbass, So go back to Jordan Peterson, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Mm.
And we seen him. When I first seen Jordan Peterson, was on a Joe Rogan podcast. I've seen a couple episodes with him, and then. That's where I first saw him, and then I watch a lot of where he does the college on campus stuff, and then I started listening to lectures by him and stuff like that. And then my other friend Eric's really into him, butt buddies with the guy. So yeah, I've seen a lot and videos on videos. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Oh, yeah, he did it on purpose. See if we get the camera to come back. So.
Hell yeah, we can do this shit.
But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Jordan Peterson, look him up. Makes a lot of sense. He uses big words though. So if you can't.
So I'm out.
Yeah, no. But it's really
we gotta get this going, man.
Yeah, sorry, I'm technical difficulties, guys. But so we'll pause on the conversation right there and maybe go back to the beer here because.
Fucking bomb,
it's not
dude.
bad. It's actually holy shit. You are in your second one.
Yeah, I feel like that has a lot to do with the buzz I got, but just saying.
No, it's pretty
These
smooth.
Elysians are the shit, dude.
I wouldn't say they're ice cold and they're still good. That's the difference.
There's one we got to do now. It's a noise.
Technology is not on our side at the moment, man.
Oh, it's all right. We kept them entertained with our sweet beer talk.
Oh yeah, we can hear you now.
I'll say.
Can't see you, but we can hear you.
Before we cut, I was saying, we seen when I first seen Jordan Peterson was on a Joe Rogan podcast.
Yes. Have you seen the picture of Joe Rogan, man, where he's sitting with Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, and whoever the other two guys are, and they're having some intellectual debate talk. I was like, Joe, you're so used to UFC and all that other stuff. What would you be talking about with these guys, But the funny thing about it, man, when I listened to him, I never was book smart, man. And when I listen to Jordan Peterson, I'm I'm getting more intelligent by the minute. Yeah,
it's straight logic after logic, right? This guy's the Spock of the real world. This is logical, Captain. It makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah. Did you say Spock, man?
Yeah, Spock's from Star Trek.
Call me the bad guy, man. I'm a Star Wars fan, not a I'm not a Trekkie fan. Yeah. Like I'm more of a Star Wars fan. Yeah. So even though I didn't like those other two movies, man. Like Force Awakens and Last Jedi. I wasn't a fan of them. It's just
Solo wasn't that great either. Solo wasn't great either.
Actually, I haven't seen either of them. I started the first new one that came out. I got a half hour in, and then my kid did something like that, and I just shut it off because I was like, I guess I can't enjoy nothing with a kid around, especially not a movie.
Oh man, I watched a terrible one the other day. It was like The Nun. What was it, that Conjuring one? Like I flicked that on the other day, and I was like, man, what a waste of 2 hours that was.
That's 2 hours I'll never get back.
Yeah, man, like that was like the first Conjuring was good, man, and then I think I watched Annabelle, and that was garbage, and then I was like, I watched The Nun, and no, man, it was just.
It's like
I'm just gonna stick with my slashers like Halloween and everything. You know?
Right? I was gonna say it's like they did the 3 movies. The same fucking movie 3 times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've seen them. They are.
You physically get pissed off with it because when like something spooky happens where they'll walk like past the window or something, and the main character will act all dumb and be like, oh, like who's there, and like start to follow it, and you're like, like you're gonna be fucked up. like why would you follow it?
Why the fuck would you go down the dark stairs?
Oh yeah, it's like always like the white people thing where it's like, did you guys hear that sound? Let's go check it out. It's like no one says that.
But then they always have somebody in there that's like, are you stupid?
Yeah. Well, yeah, so.
And then they're the first ones to die. Always.
Yeah. They're like, I'm leaving, and as they leave the room, their head gets lopped off or something.
Yeah, it's like the busty blonde chick, instead of running out the front door, she runs up the stairs.
Yeah. All scary movie too, where like she picks up the banana instead of the gun or the knife.
Let's run to this dead end instead of out the front door. Let's go into the dead end of the house.
Oh, dude, scary movies. They're not even scary anymore because you already know where all the jump scares are gonna be now. You're like, she's gonna walk by the mirror and there's gonna be a ghosty or something, or like.
Man, they haven't made a good horror film in ages, man. Like, I mean, I'm a huge Halloween Michael Myers fan, and I was pumped for the new one that came out. And when if someone took a selfie of my face when I walked out of that film, like it probably would have been a meme or something because I was so gutted with that film. It's just such a hunk of shit, yeah, like the whole. If you've seen it, man, like the whole where they're in the high school Halloween ball and stuff. I was like, man, we don't need that shit. We don't need all that high school drama. Yeah.
So you said you do some acting also. What have you done? Like,
do you like commercials?
Acting wise, what do you do?
Yeah, man, it's mainly just a lot of independent films over here. I was a featured role when Jackie Chan came here in 2015. 15. I was just sort of like a carnival person in his movie Bleeding Steel when he filmed it here in Sydney, and that was pretty cool, man.
Cool.
I mean, I was like face to face with like Jackie Chan, and I grew up with his morning cartoons and the rush hours and stuff, and it's funny because like I never, I didn't lose my cool like with the whole oh my god you're Jackie Chan and stuff like
oh my gosh Jackie Chan.
I think it was like Will Smith or Denzel Washington. It would be a whole other story. But yeah, I mean, man, it was cool. Like even though it was in the heart of winter, and it was meant to be pitched for a summer movie, so we would do stuff in like all summer clothes and everything in the heart of winter, and like when they would finish a cut, all the camera crews would come over and like blanket us up and shit. And like we're just like, where's Jackie? And he's in his little tent, like with like probably a fireplace and everything. So, we're like the extras just standing in the freezing cold. I've done a few roles, man. Like independent stuff, but I never studied it or trained in it and stuff. I just winged it, and if a director would give me a script, I'd like look over it and just go down and see what I could do. And so far, it's given me plenty of roles, man. But it's funny. I can understand why a lot of actors do study it now, because man, I've had roles where, like, I think my hardest role I ever had to do was, it was in a film called Romeo Must Die, and I had to play this abusive boyfriend, and like they made the actress like have a busted lip and a busted eye, and I had to literally sit on top of her and like start acting like I was beating the shit out of her in front of her kid, and that was just like a whole day of shooting that. And you know, I was just thinking, man, I've winged every role instead of this. Like, you know, I don't condone this on women. Like, how do I get in this frame of mind of character? And I just thought, man, why don't I just put in the Marshall Mathers LP? You know, why not just listen to Stan? And then somehow, you know, just that psychopath just got into me, man. And they loved it. So, yeah, sorry to ramble on, man, but yeah, I just had some crazy things like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you say they're doing, who was it that's doing the documentary about your life?
Yeah, Sydney Film Academy here in New South Wales, man. It's like the biggest one in the heart of Sydney. They just randomly stumbled across my fan page, and the director was like, look, the film festivals are coming up. Can we, you know, a lot of our classmates are doing short films, but we were searching around wherever we could to try and find somewhere like a musician, and we stumbled across your page. Can we do a sort of day in the life documentary? And I was like, is this like a spam email? What's going on here? You know?
I want to send money to a Nicaraguan prince or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? You know? So he's like, nah, meet me for a cup of coffee and stuff, like in the next few days, and we'll discuss it. So I was like, all right, let's go down to Sydney. I met up with the guy, and he's like, look, we're going to bring the whole camera crew and, you know, stuff up to the coast. And I was like, dude, that's like by train, it's about an hour and a half. By car, it's like at least maybe almost 3 hours. And I was just thinking, how the fuck are you going to get up there with all that crew? And because I felt guilty more of, like, you know, the petrol and, like, you know, like, you know, the travel cost more than the filming. And it was funny, man, because when they brought the cars up, it kind of freaked out my neighbors, because I'm never here, so they're like, yo, what's going on? And I'm like, yeah, I should have told you I do music, and you know, they're filming me and shit. So yeah, that should be coming out hopefully this year sometime. And I've seen only glimpses of it, and I've been impressed so far with it, man, because I'm the type of person which is, I love to make material, but if it's being played back to me, or even, you know, visualized back to me like the documentary, I can't stand it, man. Like I'm just like, man, like I hate how I look, or I hate how I sound, or something. So sitting in, like, you know, a room full of people, like the director and the film, and, you know, their classmates and stuff, and watching glimpses of it, I was just thinking, should I just act like I'm taking a bathroom break, because I don't want to watch this shit. You know?
Right, it is hard to watch yourself, dude. Like, it's hard for us to watch our episodes. It will take, like, a week sometimes.
Yeah, I'll have to wait, like, at least a week to go back and try and watch it, because it's, like, it's classic. I lived it, and, yeah, you're going to critique yourself every time you see yourself. You know what I mean?
Man, like, 100%, I can't argue with you, man, because, like, when my first rough demo came out, I think it was, like, only 3 tracks. I remember when it first came out, I thought, this is gonna go worldwide, this is gonna go platinum and stuff, and, you know, like, this whole fantasy of being a teenager. And when I listen back to it now, like, you know, some of my friends put it on to take the piss out of me, and I'm like, dude, like, I'd rather drink poison, man, because this is horrible. You know, it's like, it's just terrible to listen to it, you know.
You're all, oh man.
I did that?
It's all cringy to you now. You're all, oh man, how did I think this was cool?
Yeah, man, like, it's just, I thought this was going to be the next big thing, and it's like, man, it's like, dude, just scratch the disc up and just frisbee it out the window.
You're now a hood ornament. That's, yeah, great. Or, well, how big was the rap scene down there in Sydney? I mean,
dude, it's
huge. I don't really know any Australian rappers. Like, I don't know. I was like, he's from Australian rap.
That's the funny thing, man, because we just recently had we had Eminem come down, and the dude the dude that does the coin toss had to full break it up, and I thought, yeah, damn right, man. I mean, if that was me, I think I'd lose my cool in that. You know, so we go pretty gnarly with it, man. Like, I've seen the American scene and the UK scene, but I think Australia really has it on lock with.
Well, you guys are hardcore motherfuckers. You have to be over there with that
man.
wildlife.
I mean, yeah, instead of like pulling out guns and stuff, we'll pull out boomerangs, I guess.
You're all, I'm just gonna sick my pet gator on him.
Chuck spiders and red belly black snakes at him, man. You know,
he's like, hey,
getting you like a glove.
He's like, hey, watch this, guys. He throws it. Wait a minute, just wait.
He's all classic, hold
that's
still.
The funny thing, man. I mean, like we've got all this like Australian kind of stuff, and the new kids of today, when you know they come into the rap sort of game, they really like idolize that whole Americanized sort of thing. You know, there's a couple of young kids that I know that really drop the N-bomb, and and I'm like, dude, like, you're Aboriginal, you're not African American, what's going on? Or it's just like, like, I'm gonna kill you with my like gun and my glove and stuff, and it's like, we don't have guns over here, like, we've got gun laws and stuff.
You're all, I mean, you might be able to
it's
with a
just
club
like,
or
what are you
something.
talking about?
It's like, if you're gonna rap, stick to what you know.
And tell them.
Oh man,
yeah.
I mean, like, we have some some white boys and stuff over here that do the Malibu's Most Wanted, man, and it's funny, man, to see him, because there's a dude, I'm not going to mention his name just in case he watches this, and
You're not trying to throw
I don't like
beef,
beef, but no, there's two of them I know. There's one in Melbourne, and there's one in Queensland, and dude, it's like get with the times, man. It's not 2000s anymore. It's just literally just full B-Rad from Malibu's Most Wanted.
You know him,
like,
Shazam?
Yeah, no, like, probably even worse than that, man. Like, the dude from Queensland, he's probably in mid-30s, and the dude from Melbourne is probably my dad's age, and he's like in his 60s, and he's still rocking like the party jewelry and like the bandanas and stuff.
He's all, it never dies.
And it's like, man, shit, it's just cringy to look at, but you want to feed into what they've been doing lately, and it's just like, I got on this new radio station, I'm like, yeah, man, like, have you thought about a real job instead of getting
maybe both, like, maybe get a full-time job, do this part-time. I'll never.
Exactly, man. Like, I think you guys over there call it welfare, we call it Centrelink here, and it's like, you just see all their comments on Instagram, like, get off Centrelink, and like, it's just like, this is where my taxpayers' money's going to.
It's not even good rhymes. I'm paying for it.
Exactly, man. It's just like talking about the whole gangster West Coast and lifestyle. It's like, we don't have LA in the West Coast. You're from Melbourne. What are you doing? Yeah. So we do have some quality guys over here still, man. Like Iggy Azalea's just not the only one. So she was just the only one to make it famous, I guess. So. Yeah.
Well, I've seen a couple Australian TV shows. I can't remember what it's called, but Kennedy, like my old lady, watched like a lot of it. There was like a lot of it.
Home and Away? Is that the one? Home and Away?
It's some kind of comedy.
Comedy? Oh.
Man, it was like, it's about like this chick and her mom and her friend.
Summer High Tide? Is that it?
Maybe, I don't know. It's just, I'd have to do it. Like I said, I never watched the beginning. I just like walk in mid-episode and like get caught into it. Like, oh, what's going on here?
I'm like, honestly, man, like, I think we have the worst humor over here. I mean, like, I don't know how. Honestly, I don't even know how people laugh at it. Like, we have this show over here called Just for Laughs Australia, and it's the most cringeworthy scene. Like, I love natural comics. Like, Jim Carrey to me is a natural. Like, he doesn't even have to say anything. Like, he can just like stand there and smile, and I would literally piss my pants laughing. and like,
like Chris Farley, dude.
Yeah, like Chris Farley, man, like just a natural, or like Eddie Murphy, raw and delirious, just a natural. And it's like, I don't know, you get this new age comedy, man, and it's like, I can't feel it, man. It's being forced too much, where it's like, laugh at what I'm saying. It's like, no.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. So, man, I mean, yeah, so, like, whatever show you watch, man, I think it was Summer High Tide, which is okay, but, I mean, I don't know, we've got some pretty bad comedy over here, man. Like, especially we've got a TV show over here, a radio show called, Kyle and Jackie O, and Kyle Sanders, that's his name, he's very, quote-unquote, comedic, but, man, like, when I listen to it, I'm like, you're really trying to mimic Howard Stern. It's just, I can see it clear as day, and it's not coming across authentic. It's just coming across corny to me.
He's all, but I'm the Australian version.
Yeah, it's just, it's like, oh, I fucked some chick last night, she was the best. I was like, yeah, Howard said that on his last show. So, where were you getting that from?
He's like, not in Australia, he didn't. No, it's just good.
Yeah. Howard Stern, man, I mean, like, he's such a grub. I watch him on YouTube all the time, and I call him a grub because he's just, I love that term where it's like, if someone, like, fucks mad bitches or just, like, you know, just talked about radical shit on his show, I'm like, you're such a grub. Like,
yeah, so I know, when you said petrol, me and him were like, oh my god.
You mean
like,
gas?
I know what it is, but yeah, it's weird that hear someone call it petrol.
Yeah.
I sometimes do that to piss off my friend. Like, we call it petrol. We call it mobile phones instead of cell phones. We call it, I'm trying to think of the difference, bin instead of trash. And yeah, my friend Lily, I always piss her off with her because, you know, she'll be like, oh, you know, you're not replying or you're not answering my text. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go get some gas or take out the trash or something. And she's like, fuck off with that American slang. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing it to take the piss. Yeah, I gotta take out the trash.
I'm just doing it to take a piss. That's legit.
Yeah, man. But is that true? Like, I have to pop this question, man. Like, can you literally walk into like a Kmart and purchase a gun, or is that like all just for Grand Theft Auto?
It's not a Kmart. It's called a Sportsman's Warehouse. But yeah.
Really?
You can walk into Walmart and buy a gun.
Dude, here's a true story. I was in Idaho. I literally changed my Arizona ID to a paper ID in Idaho. And that same day on my paper ID, I bought a 45 from the Sportsman's Warehouse on sale on a paper ID and was cleared by the ATF in under 15 minutes. Even the clerk was like, wow, they like you. And I was all sweet. And I walked within getting a new ID in Idaho and purchasing a gun within 3 hours.
Fuck, man. The whole James Holmes, like, Batman shoot-up cinema and shit, man. That's crazy.
This is some real shit. Like, we are the Wild West right here. Like, John Wayne filmed his movies 30 miles from where we live. Winchester Grade, yeah.
Yeah, because we're actually right on the border of Idaho. We're in Washington, which has a little more stricter laws, not very
We're on
strict.
the West Coast. So.
But Idaho's like, everyone gets a gun. It comes custom with your birth certificate.
So, do you say Trump, man? Or, like, see, I'm not even politically correct, man, but because I get it all the time over here in Australia. Like, I know guys, they're like, yeah, fuck Trump and stuff. It's like, he's not really affecting our country. What are you talking about? You know, so, I mean, like, well, being in Washington and stuff, man, well, what's it like over there? Yeah, like, your intake, I guess.
Yeah, we don't really go into politics much because, we have all different...
Yeah, we don't really care about politics too much.
We try to stay the fuck out of it.
We're kind of with you. It's like, dang.
But we know about it and we watch people that talk about it, but we kind of just stirred away from it because it's a bunch of fucked up shit that's going on.
Personally, I don't hate Trump's politics, but I don't like Trump. That, you know what I mean? Like, he had a
some of his ways are
he had a whole TV show where he fired people, so he's not really like a whole likable person for me. So
he has some good points, but he's a fucking idiot.
Like I said, the only reason I would say I like him is because I'm already conservative, but I don't really. I'm not like build a wall or nothing. I don't. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't get into it.
Whatever her name is, his wife like stole. She couldn't be bothered to like write a speech, so she stole Michelle Obama's one and just like reworded it and everything. It's just like fucking lazy.
Hey man,
who does that? You know?
Oh,
so,
Hey, she's not American, right?
Michelle Obama's all, yeah, you can copy my work, but don't make it noticeable. No.
Man, like, so is it true about healthcare? Like, well, over here we get it all for free. Like, I think it comes off our taxes and stuff. Is it over there? You got to pay up front. Like what
It
Medicare or
depends
whatever it is.
on for what, like dental, definitely, but
It depends on your like social. Like I pay out of pocket for my insurance, and it's complete trash.
No, I mean like say, fuck man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something surgical. Like say you got to go to like hospital or something for really bad. Instead of just going in, I don't like not pay up front and then we'll help you. Like kick up the ass out the door.
The thing with that
the
is
hospital has to help you. But
if
doctors
it's a
don't.
public hospital, but if you walk into a private hospital, they can turn you down. We have the 9th Amendment, which basically says if you go into a public hospital, they have to fix you whether you can pay or not. But most of our hospitals right now are turning private because they don't want to follow that. So it's eventually going to wind up being where every hospital's private, and that amendment won't matter.
But in Washington, definitely still there because
We still have
Washington's
public
hella
hospitals.
fucking
Yeah, they're really
left side.
they're blue, which is super nice.
Shit, man, that's sent chills down my spine, man. That's scary. So what?
Same with our prison system. It's all going to private as well, and they're allowed to do whatever they want. They can give you citations,
Nice.
and they're not even, you know what I mean? They're not through the government. They're publicly owned, so
It's not sanctioned.
they make more money by keeping you in prison, so you can like not walk a straight line. They give you a citation, and then it extends your time.
Well, hell yeah, man! It was good talking to you,
I
Mike.
guess. Hey, yeah, we're like way over time, but yeah, thanks.
We're gonna end.
No, 100%, man. I had a
Great
blast. It
episode.
wasn't even
We'll
an
talk-
interview, man. It was just a chilled out conversation, which I love. You know, so
Fuck yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, have to do it again sometime soon, man. But I'm jealous of you guys right now, man, because these are in summer and I fucking hate winter.
Yeah, it's weird.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
over there.
but like before I go, man, yeah, like with one more thing about Australia is because we have summer in Christmas time. So with the whole promo with Santa, instead of him coming down the chimney with like the snow and the sack and stuff, we have him with the cork out and on the surfboard with the reindeers coming into Australia with the shrimp on the barbie. And stuff. That's our promo for Santa instead of like the whole traditional. Yeah, so that's a little bit of knowledge for Australia.
That's actually badass though. Like I wish my Santa showed up on a surfboard with a shrimp on the Barbie, dude.
Yeah, and his board shorts and stuff.
Yeah. So check out Mugzy on his Facebook page.
Yeah, you can find him on Facebook, and you guys know where to find us. It's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want to help us out, we're on Patreon. Big thanks to Mugzy, especially with the huge time difference we have. So we appreciate
Thanks once
you
again,
coming
guys,
on.
and all the best with future shows and followers and stuff. And you have another fan here in Australia, man. So thanks once again.
yeah, say it's crazy to have you on. Yeah. Anyway, we hope to see you guys all next Tuesday. Go check out Mugsy's got a lot going on. You can find him on Facebook. And yeah, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thanks for coming on, bro.